You trust me?
Yes. Yes, more than anyone.
12 Minutes is an adventure game that bills itself as an interactive thriller about a man trapped in a time loop, and it's definitely something. A couple side notes before I get into things. I played this on Xbox with a controller, and it was a bit clunky. PC should be a better experience control-wise. Also, it's not a graphically intense game, so I could see this showing up on mobile eventually, where I think touch controls would be pretty decent. 12 Minutes starts with your character returning home to an apartment that you share with your wife. Eventually, a cop shows up accusing your wife of murder, and after some shit goes down, you return to 12 minutes in the past, just as you entered the apartment. From there, you can relive that 12-minute sequence, changing your actions, dialogue, etc., to uncover the mystery of what's going on. The game's opening sequence is nice. Some great music and visuals evoking a prestige drama. I found the initial loop and that discovery phase to be very exciting. Even though you're confined to a small apartment, it's a blast finding items, uncovering small bits of information, and those eureka moments when you find out big pieces of a puzzle are a blast. Unfortunately, as time passes, 12 minutes starts to lose its luster. The story gets a bit weird, and it's not helped by having to deal with some adventure game logic. The general repetition of the time loops also exposes some clunky dialogue and animations. The experience starts to unravel. The central mystery can be a bit contrived and odd due to the setting, but uncovering what's going on and finding out why this cop is accusing your wife of murder is compelling. You end up being able to do some questionable things, but it's a time loop, so you gotta do what you gotta do. However, as more details come to light, things get quite uncomfortable and veer into some pretty bizarre territory. I could get on board with the initial mystery, it's a bit weird, but I could let things slide for the most part. However, by the end of the game, you're allowed this one final twist that's so strange, so bizarre, it kind of ruins the experience. After finishing the game, seeing some of the other endings and dwelling on it for a bit, my main thought is, why have the final twist? The game had been in development for a long time, ended up with the backing of Annapurna Interactive, and got quite the star-studded cast. I wonder if it was always made with this final twist in mind, or if that came later. If the writer intended this sort of reaction, then congrats, I guess. It's an ending that makes you think. Anyway, I found 12 Minutes to be an interesting experience that started out great but really collapsed on itself by the end. I played this through Game Pass, so I technically did not directly pay for it. Not sure if I recommend it at full price, but if you're still curious and have Game Pass or can find it cheap, it might be worth checking out, but be warned, it doesn't stick the landing.
I mean, like, I'm happy now. But, what if there was more?
What do you mean more?
Just more.